We also need to think that we still have to draw the legacy card before we set up the first game.
That's true. James spoke last time, so now it's DMC's turn to read out the card.
There's also a rainbow on my desk.
Ooh, when are you gonna get a double rainbow?
I can get a double rainbow if it's raining and there's a rainbow in the sky, and I see rainbow in the same room as looking at the rainbow in the sky. That'd be a double rainbow.
Let's have a look.
Speaking of single rainbow, come on, I need to concentrate and eat food here.
Right. It's alright, you've got time to eat because I'm going to do a very slow reading of the next legacy card whilst drawing out as much time.
Be sensual with it.
To talk this slowly.
Oh, that looks like another objective.
Okay. And here we go. Okay, that's what I'm about. Let's have a look. Oh, hello, Fragil. It is. I think I pronounced that right. Thank you for the follow. Right, okay. Oh, we have it on good authority. Actually, no, let me put a voice on. We have it on good authority that there is an immunologist who has the knowledge to fashion a vaccine for Coda. We would very much like to speak to them. Could your team find them and bring them to us? Their locations have been erratic and they have not checked in recently. Thank you and your team for help. We need to focus all of our energy on Coda and can't spend time on eradicating other diseases. Notice also how I was very respectful in today's society where I said them instead of him. I thank you. And
Whoa,
oh god. No. Well, there's something more important than that. Atsu has subscribed to my channel for 12 months.
Hey.
Oh, it's a whole year. It's
also,
like
hey, Kiro.
I need to find something to celebrate this. I don't know what I have.
Alcohol.
I have Huel. This is totally not a product placement for Huel.
But
Drink
please
Huel.
#sponsor DMC for Huel.
Oh, please. I want lots of Huel related stuff, like healthy stuff. Maybe. Anyway. Oh, God, I'm joking now. Huel is deadly. Don't drink it. It's joking me. Right. Destroy the eradicate at least one disease objective.
Oh, my.
Yep, it's gone.
It went bye-bye.
Right. So now we have to open Elf and 41.
I will grab 41 wherever I can find it.
41 and L.
That's this one?
Is okay.
I really want this twist to be we've actually been taking part in a Death Note game. And that this is actually the L figure.
Nope, self-sacrifice.
Oh,
that's good.
Oh, hang on. If someone's hand's in the way, I can just alt it.
Oh, wow.
Self-sacrifice. Add a scar sticker to your character card to skip the infect step of your turn. Put the remainder token on the infection deck. If you have 2 scars and do this action, your character is lost. Civilians can't do this action. So, if I stay as the medic, which I probably will, then I will die.
I mean, if you do choose to do that, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But usually randomize our characters, by the way. Or we're just going to stick with these 2 from now on.
I was thinking of one of us going with the soldier, because we got that character upgrade that we really like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we wanted to put that on him, didn't we?
I think you play as the researcher then. Because then
change
I can...
LD 07 state 6.
Yeah, because an upgrade.
Yeah, because we give him the upgrade, then every time he walks into a faded city, he kills the faded, and he can't get scars from them. So he just wanders around killing everything.
That's a good point. Okay, I'll be the soldier then, and then I can just I can just give. I can't give you cards, can I? Unfortunately,
no.
No, but
not unless we're on the same city as the card.
Okay.
Which though does have combos. For example, if someone has an equipment, they can fly to that city. You can pick up the equipment because it's an equipment,
Mm.
and then
Oh, wait a minute.
the logistics person can move us together to trade it.
Mm.
It's
Oh.
more convoluted, but it still can
It
work.
works. Yeah.
I have been a dum-dum.
Oh dear, what have you done?
I forgot to draw the cards that are
Oh,
left in the
dear.
deck that need to be drawn. Okay, objective.
Oh.
Find the immunologist in a faded... Oh, God.
We don't have any rising faded cities.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
We've got
Check
Chicago,
out
Sao...
Africa.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine then.
we just need
There's
to
a
move to
lot.
Africa.
And Chicago
Ooh.
and Miami
But they don't
and Sao
need to
Paulo.
be with a research station. It can just be Miami, Chicago, Sao Paulo.
Yeah, any riding. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, we got the card for the
Sydney.
research thing there as well. Let me get the
Oh, let's
starting
get this-
military base sticker. There
Let's
we go.
scale this up.
Yep.
Whee!
And scratch this
That's
card off when
okay.
you find the immunologist.
Okay, we've got to get
where
to
do I put
8.
this? Put that up.
And
Oh,
it-
hey, we've succeeded our second objective already.
Yay!
Yay!
Didn't
We're
choose
the
at all.
greatest. Let me
Um,
just mark that as... Nope, I can't put it upside down either. Okay.
State?
It's basically the same as the other one. Advance 1 space for each card you discard matching the color of your city. Advance 3 spaces if you discard the card matching your city. For each medical character in the city you are searching, advance the search party by 1 additional space per search action.
Hmm. Interesting.
We got to get to 8. It was on 6 before, wasn't it? The other guy, so this guy's harder to find.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also means we have less time before it runs out.
So really, it's only you 3 then that can also like advance things by 1 because I am obviously military based.
I mean, here's the thing.
Go on.
You can do some crazy combos if you ever happen to get the card of the city we're in and it's an equipment, which you can do. So you make it an equipment, you discard that city's card to gain 3, pick it back up and discard it again for another 3.
Hmm.
It's actually kind of bonkers good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good thing we
Hi,
made all the
this
coda
card
things
of this-
equipment, huh?
City to search, and then I pick up some equipment.
Yeah, that really worked out nicely that we made the Coda Cities equipment.
yeah.
Well, I mean, even if we don't, we still have equipment slots free, and
Mm.
you can just make stuff equipment.
yeah.
Like that's an action people can do.
Right.
You have to be in a military base to add a military sticker or a research station for the
Yeah.
health one.
Yeah.
So it's like a little restrictive,
So,
but not
basically,
massively.
if I just sit in Lima for the majority of this round,
I mean, Lima, Lagos, we got options.
yeah, I can just basically stay now, maybe like just flit around North America, South America, and a bit of Africa. You know. Where are we going to start?
There we go.
This
So we put these to state
We
6 now.
We should probably start by we should probably
So,
start by drawing the infection, setting up the infection deck.
Well, just before we go, do people want me to be the researcher, or shall I switch to something else? Because like a large part of the research is being good at is swapping with the scientist, and it gets a little bit worse.
Yeah.
I mean, who
Up
else
to
do we have?
you.
We've got the
To be fair,
generalist.
I mean, it's easy for people to take cards from me still,
Mm.
so that's not changed. It just I can't do the easy swap across the world. Could go Bob, or could go with the that gives me easy removes, but I don't think that's worth it for the Cardinal.
No.
I was thinking maybe Bob as was one I was thinking of.
Quarantine. Oh yeah, because we'll need to.
Because like
if we
across the map,
let the
quarantine is good.
immunologist go, like get away, we're gonna have to quarantine 7 like at once as well.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've ever done that one because it's always seemed really tricky to get the 7 cities
Oh,
quarantined at
God,
the same
yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I-
if
I
we,
can help with the quarantining though, because I don't gain any scars by
Yeah.
watching a turn in a faded city with faded figures in. Speaking of, Pagosa
maybe the
has
generalist
one.
then.
Pagosa, what are you doing? We've not started yet.
I
Pagosa.
could be the generalist.
You like the mass quarantini stuff, you think?
Yeah, we have a lot more military bases now as well.
Also, they're a medical person, so they'll help look for the immunologist.
That's also true. So let's see. I can't quarantine Johannesburg, but I can do the big three of Khartoum, Kinshasa, and Sao Paulo just for Malagos. And you can move me there if I just end my turn in a military-based place.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because I'm a veteran now.
I can't do it myself, but you can.
Mm-hmm.
So let's probably set the game up and see where we
Yeah.
go. So, infection.
Okay, pretty
Ooh.
bad for blue.
Yeah.
A little bit of risk at red.
Not like hardly any faded. There's like 2 lots of 2 faded. So we're fine
think-
with that.
Yeah, I think unfortunately it's in Lima, which makes that a little more awkward.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. I mean, I can,
I think St. Petersburg Star is
Yeah.
probably the best option.
and I can then just travel to Lima on my turn anyway. So
And are we sure that the cards are ready?
yeah, I've put the event
No.
in. I've left epidemics out. So
Have we got the right
What about
funding
funded
now?
events?
cards. I thought
Can
we
we-
took those out, didn't we?
Yeah, we
I think,
agreed
we
on.
did, but we should have 2 left.
Yeah.
We should be able to afford 2.
Yeah,
We did that last time, though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
So these are the 5 epidemics. Let's see what events do we have in here. Do we have the 2 funded? Let's see. Yeah, we do have 2 funded in there.
Can't
Okay.
have fun without funding.
You'd think that, but they keep on taking it away.
Right.
It's because they don't want us
Click.
to have fun. Fun police.
Yeah, exactly. How dare they?
Ooh.
Well, we got the reds.
Ah, I got remote treatment.
That's good.
And there we go.
Excellent.
wait a
and
minute,
we've got
let's
no yellows
make
in our
sure.
draw as well. That's
So
pretty
we've
good.
got our events. We've done our player deck. We've done the infection deck. We've got our search track ready. We've done our military base. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Right, numbers.
3.
12.
1.
I will assume Atsu will say 2 because James said 1.
Yeah.
And it is 2.
2.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so no one's running yellow cards. Okay. Bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's fine.
Chicago still works, though. And you have Chicago, by the way. I'm
I do
just
have Chicago.
saying.
Yeah.
I just make that an equipment right now and then head over to Chicago and go nuts.
Okay then. Right then.
You could be genuinely done on your next go round of the board. Would have searched it completely. Genuinely.
Equipment search. So we're in a thingy. So binoculars. Discard this card to advance a search party token 2 additional spaces when you take the search action. I think we should do that one.
I don't think that works as well as we wanted to with just discarding it, but I think it's the best one we've got there, isn't it?
If that or it's field hospital, discard a card to add a research station to your city regardless of panic level for this turn only.
Oh no, it's definitely binoculars. Yeah,
Definitely
I don't think we want it for this. We don't want to use it for this game.
I mean, it's for searching though, so we're searching.
Oh yeah, I guess if you're doing like the discard pickup loop, and you don't have the enough action to do another search, then you can just discard it and start the loop up next time. Yeah.
Where's our equipment? Extra equipment stickers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
There's nothing else good there. It's field hospital or binoculars you can get.
Oh yeah.
It's really no research.
Okay then, so I'm gonna just discard Chicago.
No, you need to go to Chicago first.
I was gonna just fly to Chicago, but discard it.
Oh yeah, that works. Never mind.
I can't. No direct flights or charter flights in or out, so I can't do that. Okay.
Yeah. That's not really that big a
You
deal.
can go to Atlanta and into Chicago that way.
It's one extra
What I'm
move.
gonna do. Yeah. So 1. I mean, I've got 1 move left because there's an action for me to make an equipment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can just go ahead and search and get it up to.
Be up to 5, wouldn't it?
It'll go up to 3.
Yeah, because you'd have to discard a different card
Because it
and Chicago
matches.
to get the effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna find this fucker.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah,
wait,
because
hang on.
to do search, you need to discard at least one card matching the color,
Oh, but
and
I
then
can
to do that
advance it
bonus, you need to
2
discard it
more.
separately.
Oh, I was gonna say I can discard it 2 more because of discarding this card to advance search party token, or
No, you
would
wouldn't be
I-
able to do the search
Oh.
action unless you discarded Chicago. If you get another blue, then you could do it like that. You could discard the blue for 1, and then Chicago for a bonus.
Oh,
2.
okay.
You're still
Yeah.
getting 3 for discarding Chicago, so it's better just to discard
Yeah,
Chicago
that's true.
normally.
All right then. So I think that's all my moves anyway, because I did 1 to make the equipment, 2 to float Atlanta, 3, 4 for searching. Yes, that's all my moves done.
I mean, it's still good because later on we'll be able to, in the next game, we'll be able to use Chicago to boost up searching anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I've drawn my 2. Got Seoul and Atlanta.
Ooh.
The lost city of Atlanta.
But it's not lost. It's right there.
It'll be lost soon. Give
Yeah.
it time.
Oh,
Good luck,
by the way, you have 1 extra action because you started the turn with me,
Of course.
Um.
Get Atlanta back and get Chicago back.
and then discard it immediately for another 2. Oh no, you have to be taking the search action. Never mind. You just pick it
Yeah.
up.
I can pick it up. Ooh.
Yeah, because you have 1 extra action.
Of course, yes. Okay, then we'll do that. Then we're cheesing things.
And
It's
the
fine.
next turn we complete the search. No
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
like we said it as a fun combo, and then it happened immediately.
All right.
And then we just need to cure the 3 diseases, and we're good.
Man, can't believe I was worried about curing that guy, about finding this guy. It's like, ooh, he's gone 8. It's gonna be tough.
We just
And that's there he is. Found him.
Okay. B, do you want to take your go?
I guess I better.
It would be obligable.
So I mean, obviously, Tom, you're just gonna go straight to the blues, right?
Yep.
So I guess I'll head to the reds if I can. Let's see. Oh, I get to take a look at the top 2 cards. Might as well do that. So, what we got? Ooh, Osaka. Ooh, Manila.
Ooh.
Those don't matter.
Nah.
And then, so I have my... So I guess I could also set up and start preemptively quarantining everything. But that's not really necessary. Because we don't have any yellows yet, and I'd be
We've not
better
yet
off just...
epidemics. We've not got put Manila or Paris back or Beijing back into deck yet. So
Yeah. I think I always want to clear out Taipei for now and then get moved around if I need to.
yeah.
So I got 5 actions. Oh, I have a lot of extra action relationships. Jeez. Oh, I get an extra one because I'm in the same spot as Jim. I have 6! I'm a god.
Wow.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
Why are you in space?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then is this one that seems to be treatable? Yeah. So
Nice.
5, just get rid of all of them. And I'll move myself back to the military base so I can get teleported around easier.
Indeed.
You're stealing my medic powers.
Only for red.
Well, actually,
And for
no.
the
I'm
Simpson Tide.
giving the team my medical powers.
You see, the Crimson Tide goes in and it goes out.
Can't explain that.
Is that like the hokey cokey then?
That's what it's all about. Okay, let's draw 2 more reds. Close. Okay, I gotta put 1 on Pagoda. And then let's draw the 2 I already know about.
Osaka and Manila.
Over to Jimmy Jam James.
All right. Do you want me to move you to Los Angeles, maybe, Alan?
Los Angeles is safe for now. Unless someone draws it and then I'm below screwed.
But I'm just thinking, like,
I think Lagos is
spraying
way better.
quarantines everywhere. Really?
Because the other ones are all 3s around it.
Okay, I thought Los Angeles might.
I mean, you're right.
I
It's, more,
guess.
it's kind of more central to places, but at the same time, the places Lagos is next to are all at risk.
Yeah,
I'd
I was
rather-
thinking Los Angeles might like. There's no way for you to like get into Lima and be safe, is there? Unless I
But
move you.
So far, there's no need to go to Lima.
Yeah.
Like even when the epidemic comes around, it'll only go up to 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
You consent to moving to Lagos.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna need to lock that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I was moving it because it was covering the thing and I
Covering
was
the
getting
name.
triggered.
I tried to move the house so I could lock the sticker, but it was too late, so I had locked the
It's
house.
upside down.
Are any of my relationships in here?
There we go.
No.
No, it's Buzz and Jane.
Buzz and Jane.
We got rid of Jane for Rosie.
Rosie.
I forget which one Buzz is.
Buzz is.
Oh, Buzz Franklin. He's
Buzz
kind of
Franklin.
useless.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have been useful maybe earlier when we needed to build military stations, but we didn't realize how it worked.
Yeah, and now we're just gods with this.
Actually, to be fair, he does have a cool thing where he can teleport across the map if he's in a building.
Yeah, true.
But compared to like other people, he's just not that useful right now at this point. Earlier on, he would have been cool.
Right, I'll use the rest of my moves to clear up one of these because Jim can't. Oh wait, Jim can do them all if I move him. So I can go 1, 2, move you on to Milan. So that's 3. I've got 1 move left. I can cure, move, cure, and then that's some good action.
So let's see. Anywhere else on the map we even need to be a little worried about? I mean, Mumbai, I guess a little bit. But right now,
Not
I think
really.
we're pretty good where we are. It's kind of an
Yeah.
awkward spot. I was off the first few times, so you have so little to do.
I'm gonna move to Bangkok just to be in the area. I
Just to
suppose.
take in the culture.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my
I
turn.
hear it's lovely this time of year, by the way.
I draw my player cards. Ooh, I got a couple 2 blacks there.
Oh, nice.
That's good. We only need, what, 3 to cure?
3, yeah. That is good. Okay, and then I'll do the draw 2.
San
Fran,
Fran.
point of 30.
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh yeah. So far, it's good. We'll get some quarantining in soon.
I feel like we'll ace this month.
Yeah, so I'm gonna quarantine
good.
those 3 problem ones, and then probably move and quarantine Pagoda and Buenos Aires after that.
I could probably
Well, you need
point
to
to
be on
Chicago while I'm in here.
You need
as
to be on a
well.
military base though, to be able to use your
Oh
ability.
yeah, I can. I might move to Sao Paulo to get ready to start quarantining other places then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably like quarantine Chicago while I'm in here on my next turn anyway.
Yeah, you'll be finished with your certs by then.
Yeah.
So that's why I was
In-
thinking Los Angeles would be a good choice because you could quarantine all around you, then move to Lima. Then I could move you, or like some stuff
Well-
like they're close together. It's tricky because there's.
I'm
stuff
just
on
way more
Lima.
worried about everywhere else.
That's fair.
than,
Yeah, that's a good point.
like,
In
I
the
know you weren't really
meantime-
here for the last time, apart from in spirit, but like Khartoum and Sao Paulo immediately got 3 on them at the start of the game. It was scary.
Oh, and they
Yeah.
were like the danger zones.
Yeah, like they were gonna go up to.
Oh yeah, I
blasting in a
didn't
second.
see that these things were 3. I thought
Yeah,
they
they're
were
all
2.
3. That's
Yeah.
why I was so worried.
Cool. I totally agree.
Yeah. And then like if we were going epidemic like within like the first 1 or 2 turns, and so they
Yeah.
just went they did.
It wasn't-
awful.
No, it wasn't these ones that went in the end. It was it Baghdad? I think went.
Oh god, I can't remember.
It was one of the black ones. It wasn't these ones, because that would have been even worse.
Yeah.
These ones we managed to just about hold the entire time, including one where we found out that drawing a yellow card can't make it outbreak. It can only put it up to 3. You can't go over. That would save our butt. That was whose turn is it?
It's my
Tom's turn
turn,
now.
which I've been waiting patiently while all of you have
We
been
all knew
discussing
you were
your
gonna do it,
turns.
just do it.
Heal
Yeah.
Milan, heal Paris.
Heal Milan and cure Paris. But now I still have 1
Uh,
turn, so
I'd say move to Madrid because James can stuff you around to all the military bases.
I can redeploy you.
yeah.
I mean, there's not really much else you can do with your turn, so you might as well prepare yourself for the next one.
Ready for mobilization.
Yep. Okay, that's cool.
Troops assemble.
Draw. Ooh.
Oh, there's a Miami.
We got to put thing on Miami, and then draw in the top two. We have Lagos, Istanbul.
Fuck. I did say there's a risk. It's not a risk I like.
I mean, it's only one for the
no, but I
minute.
already got a scar, so I'm gonna go up to 2.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I can't move you either. That's a shame.
Hang on, Istanbul is only on 2 now.
It's
Well,
on
gone
2.
up to 3. Yeah. So we had Lagos.
How can Istanbul be on 2? Because we just drew it.
Oh,
We've
never
not had
mind.
an epidemic.
Nope, sorry, ignore me. But well, I mean, we're fine. We can move.
I mean, if you could do something about this Lagos problem, I'd be pretty happy.
Sadly,
can
I
you-
can't really do anything about the Lagos problem for you. Because that's
Hmm.
removing cubes, not faded figures I've got.
Ooh, I'm gonna hope in the luck of the draw.
What luck are you hoping for?
The airlift event.
Oh, I see.
It's my only hope now.
See, unless I get the bombs,
Yeah,
yeah,
and then you still have to.
get there.
Well, you can move to Los Angeles and then teleport. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go. Wait, one.
But I mean, you won't be able to do it if you have to draw the bombs.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
true. Because I
It-
have to. Wait, can they be? Hang on, let me just read this. Not an action, so I could discard it at any time.
Oh yeah, you could
It's
do
only
it.
for
'cause
your search actions you can use that on.
No, what I'm saying is, I mean,
You
if
could use
I
the
did
bomb.
get, if I did get the grenades,
Oh,
Yeah, you could
right.
save
then
him.
I could use them at any time to get rid
But
of
you
that
need to be
cringe thing.
on the city.
I
Yeah,
know.
that
So
works.
it's
That works.
So
You can do it.
search.
Move to Los
I mean-
Angeles.
Lift myself to Lagos.
Whoa. Do we even have like a grenade belt in the remaining deck?
Not
Because
there,
otherwise it's a massive gamble.
Um,
Yeah, grenade belt.
Oh, okay then. That's fine then.
Yeah.
It's a little ballsy and it slows us down from finishing the search, but I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
Well, an action to make the grenade belt, another action to
Move to Los Angeles and then teleport over.
to free to teleport over.
You can do one search
can
now
do
and
it.
then come back afterwards.
I can do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay
And
then.
And it'll give me one bonus action.
Yeah. Right. Where did the grenade belt go? Who took it?
It's
Is it not in the extra?
It's in the bag.
It was in the bag. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Oh, I put S. Why did I put S for?
Grenade belt.
Ignore me.
Yes, it's for grenades.
Okay. Yeah, that works out. I was thinking if you have to actually like luck of the draw a grenade belt waiting on my city for it is crazy. But if you can
Yeah.
just do this, that's pretty
Exactly.
nice.
So 1.
Oh wait.
So I say you can do one
oh, yeah,
Chicago
yeah.
now because I don't know that you'll want to do anything else.
Yeah. I mean, I could discard Washington and then discard Chicago because of the binoculars.
Well, the thing is, you lose like a search point off of that because you
Oh, really?
only I think it's if you discard for the search rather
Yeah.
than as a bonus discard that you get the 3. So
Okay.
you might as well just always just discard Chicago for the 3. You can also
Yeah.
discard Washington to make it 4 if you really want, but
Yeah.
there's no point. You might as well save it for a cure
Wait, why are you discarding Chicago?
because she has one
She's
action
in,
spare.
and
And
she's
why
in
not?
Chicago.
Oh, okay.
And
Wait.
what I'm saying, she's in Chicago because the she is me.
Wait, how do you
That
have
is
one
the key.
action spare? He takes one to move to Los Angeles, one to get the equipment,
And so
one
if
to
I did,
teleport to Lagos. Oh yeah,
And then
it's
you
not
just
an
discard
action.
the card. It doesn't
Cool,
cost
cool,
an
cool.
action.
yeah.
Somehow I added an extra one.
You
But-
thought the grenade belt was an action. I keep on thinking that.
Yeah.
Even after I was still like, no, that's fun. Oh,
Kaboom!
I live. Thank you.
Hooray!
That's because family always takes care of each other.
Oh yeah, and you get an extra move on your next turn. as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right then. I did
Ooh.
not want that.
I didn't want that either.
That's in the cartoon though, so it's fine.
That was not cartoon.
Oh, I
Your
saw
geography.
I saw a K. I'm not very good at geography. I got a D in geography.
Who is right next to each other as well to just make it more confusing.
Yeah.
Let's put Istanbul back in the pack, and then you need to draw your 2, right?
Yeah. Kaboom. Kaboom.
Going we have 20 in there now.
Wow, we're gonna. Yeah,
But that
well,
does
Do we-
mean
We
it does
do- We
mean
did get rid of the epidemics, right?
I'm
yeah,
pretty
they
sure
are
that-
in
The
there.
next
It's just
drawer
the
is an epidemic.
yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
But at least we
well,
have a lot of leeway in
it's
drawing
good.
the infection cards.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go 1, 2,
Just put it on yourself, there you go.
3. I'm gonna put 1 on myself, I think, which
Yeah.
slightly screws up what I can do from now on. Because otherwise I could also do Johannesburg, but it's worth it.
But you've
Or-
got 5 moves, right? Because you're in the same.
I got 6.
Oh,
because
yeah,
I'm
because
the
you're the
generalist.
generalist. Yeah, of course.
So I could also go 5, 6 to prepare for that, but I don't want the same thing to happen and need saving twice.
I mean, the good thing is now that the grenade belt is in the discard pile, I can just pick it up whenever it's my
Oh, I can also
action.
just give you Pagoda, but I guess Pagoda's useless. So there's no point giving you the reds because you don't have any yet.
Yeah, and I can't make any cures anyway.
So I have 2 moves left, and I don't know what to do with them. Any opinions?
Oh, hey, you get to look at the top 2 infection cards at the start of your turn.
That's also true.
Yeah.
I mean, almost useless because we know that we're not going to draw them.
St. Petersburg and Montreal.
They'll be the next ones that come up after we plow through our top 20.
20 next cards.
Yep.
Exactly 20 as well.
I think
Yeah.
just trying to work things out in my head.
I mean, I might
Theoretically, would we actually get to that bit though?
What bit?
Because we're drawing an infection card out now, and then it's
Epidemic.
going to be
Yeah, we're not going to get to
at
those
least
2 cards
another.
episode.
Yes,
they're
it's at
never
least
gonna come
another
up.
four draws. So if the next epidemic could be exactly the same as how we got the first, in that we're going to draw 4
So-
from the deck without finding it, and then find it again on the 5th.
Yeah, so I think the risky thing is we're probably going to get 2 epidemics real close.
Mm.
It could
That's not
happen.
the end of the world. So like I said, I have 2 moves left. I've got no real good moves to play with it. I think I'm just gonna stop unless I can do double quarantines. I don't think
Can
I can.
you move to Kenesha and search with the Pagoda card? There's no point actually, is there?
I could go to Kinshasa and search. It would move it up to actually it would solve the search actually, because
Yeah.
I'm medic. Pretty sure. Yeah, I am.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because it counts yourself.
You
as
know what?
well.
Yeah, I mean for freeing Atsu from having to run away, that's worth it.
That's going to be good. Now Atsu can focus on blowing up zombies or like giving away her cards for cures. Yeah.
Getting a load of grenade belts and everything. Okay, that's worth it. Where's the card we need to reveal? Let's reveal it.
Wait, that was Bogota though. You moved to Kinshasa.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as it's the same color, I still get 1 and then plus another 1 for me being medical. Finishes it.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, you gotta remember them bonuses.
Did we get a reward for finding the immunologist?
Well, I'm reading it now. Can I create a vaccine? Yes.
yeah.
Well, maybe. It depends. I'll need some key data or this won't work. I'm starting to think this is a bioengineered virus, which means someone has the records of how it was put together. I need the gene sequence decoder, some DNA samples from the faded, and I don't know where you'll find this, but there would be virus development records if it is in fact bioengineered. We have the gene sequence, so
Mm.
so
Oh, yeah.
Tom, get the stamps out. Stamp it.
We have no stamps.
Ah.
Oh.
I'll draw on it.
Yeah.
No, that's way too big.
I need the biggest pen you have. No, that's too big.
Ah,
Boom.
that is a very neat X actually.
Thank
I
you.
like it. I'd accept that as a valid vote in a general election. No spoiling ballots here.
Oh, apparently, state 2 for this card is Scrace. They forgot a T.
And we also need to do packet 30, I
30.
believe.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that what that means? Oh,
I
neat.
think so.
I mean,
Yeah,
makes
that's
sense. That
Oh, here it is. Oh no, you got it.
upside down. Oh, there we go.
Open package 7. Oh, when you have everything the immunologist needs. Okay,
Oh, that's.
we'll leave that next to it. That's our reward.
I really feel like that could have just been on the card.
Yeah.
All right.
When you have all 3, open 7.
Never
Ooh.
mind.
Okay. So that's the end of my time. So I need to draw and epidemic.
Oh dear.
Oh, and we destroy the immunologist objective at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Wait,
So
what?
now we just need to cure and we're good. So
Cool.
I threw an epidemic.
Uh,
Let's see what the bomb card is and hope.
Essen.
That's
Not
perfectly okay.
right.
yeah.
Intensify,
then-
intensify. Then
Let's see what we get.
draw
Not
you
Essen.
to
Paris, it's fine.
Paris.
Sales
That's all right.
time.
Okay, we're good.
That's
Okay,
all right.
we're good.
Just gotta work out
Alright.
where we need people to go.
My turn, right?
Yes, well, I'm just going to linger around North America, South America to start quarantining stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have your grenade boats if you want them as well.
Yep.
Alan, you're looking pretty close to curing red.
I am.
Um,
I would. So here's the problem. I can't take. Oh, not even the resets anymore. That's all mute. So we need to all be on the same.
Yeah.
Both need to be on the same city, and it needs to be the city on the card.
Yeah.
So we need to go to Tokyo and
old-fashioned
Manila
way.
are the ones we have right now.
Mm.
Manila's pretty easy for
Yeah, Manila's
people to
on
gather
a-
up on.
It's on a reset, so it's on a military base, yeah.
Yeah, and Tom is on a military base himself, and is the one with Manila. So that's like 2 points to move us both together.
Do you guys need to do anything? Yeah, we can leave SN for a while, right? Actually, no, our next epidemic's in, like, there's a 20% chance we just draw our next epidemic now.
So, I mean, Atsu can also be the one to deal with Essen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't necessarily
Well,
have to be Tom.
This as well.
Oh yeah, so we can stop any non-faded epidemic happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, if we get an epidemic straight away, that's going to be really bad because there's 2 cards in there.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, not one of them is in Essen, so you know,
I
we
feel
got
like
that going for us.
maybe we wait one round of the table and see which cards everyone has.
So the other thing we have is we only need 1 more black card.
Yeah, I'm
and
thinking
2
we
people have
don't.
2.
I'm thinking we shouldn't worry about that because chances are one of us is going to just draw a black card.
Yeah. And
And then
then blue is where we're really screwed
Yeah.
at the moment. We have
Yeah.
Chicago, by the way. You need to remember that. So we can always draw another blue one up. But Atsu can't cure herself, so she needs to give the cards away.
And with the faded on Chicago, it's going to be fiddly to exchange.
I mean, we have grenade belts.
Yeah.
It's actually not that
I
fiddly.
can just
Yeah, we'll have to
blow it
clear
up
them first.
and then pick it up and
But
blow it up again.
That's the
and
thing.
pick
It's
it
going to
up.
take like bare minimum 1 full Atsu turn to
Or
clear out Chicago.
yeah. And then I can then just like quarantine it afterwards as well if it doesn't get any more on it.
Mm.
It's so nice to just go, oh, cool, we just need to cure the diseases now.
It's like we're just playing a normal game of Pandemic.
I know, right?
Yeah, so I'm thinking
Easy, even. We only have to cure 3.
I move Alan to.
I think I moved Alan and Tom to Manila.
I want to move
I don't know
Alan
if-
to LA.
Because if we
This is
do,
what I was just saying. I want to do like a round of the table to get some more cards before we start. Like right now, we can quarantine stuff as effectively as we will ever be able to, right? But like right now, we can only be like, oh, we can go to Manila and trade these cards. Whereas like next turn round, maybe I'm going to have another red card. Other people are going to have other red cards. It's going to open up options to be able to cure red to
So,
the next turn cycle.
Okay,
see
so
what I'm
what
saying.
will you be like doing with your turn?
This turn right now.
Yeah.
I want to be moving you to Los Angeles, so you can be quarantining on your next turn. That seems useful.
Yeah.
Then, I don't know, man. Maybe got Milan. I could move. No, so that's 1, 2, 4. Then I could move myself to.
Yeah, it's the tricky thing. It's like you basically have like one or two actions worth of things to do this turn.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want, I guess you could always move Tom US in yourself.
Yeah, that might work. But then Tom
I mean, you could also military settle at your way if you want to settle away somewhere.
Yeah, where do you want to be? I'll save you a turn.
You can stick me in Lima if you want to, so I can quarantine that.
Yeah, you don't get the scars.
Oh
You're
yeah, if you
taking
clear out
stuff.
Lima, then then that means
That
Rose
next
will be
turn you
able
can
to.
you can stuff me there.
Yeah.
Okay.
we will actually get all of the objectives this game, won't we?
I
So-
hope so.
So I'm gonna move Alan to. I have to move you into the military base to move you
Yeah.
to Los Angeles,
So that's 2.
and then I'll move Soldier Boy to Lima.
Then you can move Tom one step closer, I guess.
Yeah, you can be in
While you enjoy your holiday.
Yep.
Fabulous Parry.
Ho ho ho.
I think that was good. I feel like that was the right thing to do.
Omelette du
I
fromage.
mean, we're set up nicely for the next
Suck
turn.
it, look.
Hopefully
Unless
I'll
Los
draw
Angeles
a.
goes again, in which case I'm
Hopefully I'll
sad.
draw a black, and I can just cure.
No.
Oh, not quite.
But now you have
Go.
2 reds. Sydney is a bit too out of the way, unfortunately.
Yeah, and annoying.
Oh, we need to put one in Mexico City.
I
somehow.
have.
It is
Yeah,
only
okay.
one away from a military base, though, so that comes up pretty relevant with my ability.
Yeah, I mean, it's good with Manila. It's kind of an unfortunate mix.
Yeah. Well, we could, in the end game, when we're just, if it comes down to us curing red, we can like have Jim on Manila and me on Sydney, and then
Okay.
whoever's, and then like you curing go. Bop, bop.
Let's go
Get moved,
with drawing those top 2 cards.
Oh yeah, I need to do that. Rita.
Yeah.
Okay, that's on 2. That's cool.
Live
There
off.
goes. Quarantine removed. Okay.
That's fine.
It's the one I
Right.
don't want to. It's the one I didn't want to see.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it happens.
There you go.
I mean, we know that. Well, actually, we know it's going to pop up again pretty soon. But we can. At least now we know it's going to pop up again real soon, so I don't get screwed.
Hmm.
So the question is, where do you want me to cure? Obviously, Essen
Essen.
comes
Essen is
first,
number 1.
but where
Um,
would we go after that? Because there's
So
a couple of
start
options.
focusing kind of on the black.
I mean,
Because we've got
there's-
Mumbai on
Go
2.
I
and
think,
we're
yeah,
on
go for
3.
black and then
could
maybe Asia, because there's nothing good for you going over to the other half of the world. The
Yeah.
Americas are just gone.
Yeah, let's just do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or actually, no. 1, 2. I'm going to go to Algiers or Istanbul.
They're pretty equivalent, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's go to Algiers just for argument's sake instead of Istanbul.
Again, here it's lovely this time of year.
Yes, I heard as well.
And you draw black, then we've cured black.
This card remove 1 cube matching the
24%
colour of each card.
chance.
Oh.
Nope, there's the
And we got
King's-
Kinshasa.
Which that's quarantine move anyway.
Yep.
And then draw top, Osaka, and Algiers. That was a
Convenient.
good move. Alright. Turn has ended.
Okay then, right. So search.
Hmm?
You don't,
Yeah,
you've already
no,
found.
don't need
Okay,
search.
She means like reclaim.
Rummage.
Calcutta. Kaboom! Take off one of you. Pick you up
Action
again.
Action number 2.
Kaboom! You go away as well.
He is a real murderer.
Yes. I mean, they deserve it anyway.
I still love last game. I just ran into a city and just with a grenade bell and blew myself up just to stop it rioting.
Oh no, I thought Chicago was on 3. Yeah, we've got this under control. Nice.
Yes, that's 2 actions.
So far, we're good. The real thing I'm scared about is like the bottom card we draw.
Oh
'cause
god, yeah.
There's occasionally we'll get landmined by the yellow cards putting a piece down
Yeah,
when
that's
we draw them.
nasty.
Yeah. Should I maybe go to Buenos Aires? Because on your turn you can just quarantine Lima anyway. Don't put that
Yeah,
bit there.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah. 1, 2. So that's my actions done.
Yep, and if you draw a that card. It doesn't really help us because we can't.
Yeah.
You know, you still have to come to us.
No, but I get a front of
Oh.
the event.
You have so many blues in your control. You
I
need to
know.
we need to set up some trades sometime.
Yeah, we do. I'll
Oh.
try and make my way up to the blues eventually.
Actually, I was just. Do you think it might have been better to move to Bogota and then blow that guy up?
I mean, you can't blow it up this turn.
No, I have to wait.
Oh no, I guess you could have because you could have
Yeah.
used Jackson instead of moving.
Yeah.
I can do that then.
And then I think that's better because you want to. Like,
Yeah.
Chicago's a little more of a threat.
No, no
than
need to
Buenos
do the
Aires.
drawing and throwing it away. We know how it goes. We just throw the faded in the bin.
Yeah.
Kaboom.
Excellent. Okay, then. So that's
It-
that.
It really is cool, like how easy abusable that
Oh
is.
God, I know, right?
Well, yeah, soldiers, they got to be able to.
Right, I've got
Sold.
Milan
I got
Imagine-
stole, but
and New York.
Okay. Imagine how much stronger that's going to be when Soldier Boy has that kill ones that you move away from as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can just zip around spinning the Americas.
the entire reason we didn't just do the scientist and research again was just how good that is.
And watch
Okay.
us fail to research the diseases as a consequence.
It's a real problem.
Mm.
Okay, so I guess I quarantine a lot now.
Yep.
Go for it, Wall. Don't forget you can hit Sydney from there as well.
Yeah, I was planning to.
Nice.
4 and 5. I've done my turn.
Just the full.
By the way, and my turn will be moving up to Washington, so I can give you Washington B.
Maybe I'm trying to be like well right now I'm currently like the red card holder.
Mm.
That might change if James gets a couple.
Yeah, I think you want to quarantine Lima instead of Mexico City.
Oh yeah.
To this safe zone.
Yeah, because if that gets
Through the Mexicans.
if that gets a
I mean honestly,
nasty on
like
it.
probably Mexico would have been better than Sydney because we've not drawn Sydney yet.
That's true.
Yeah, like at all.
And we know we got this 20 card buffer that we're never going to get out of.
Unless it's on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, here we go. Yeah.
Oh.
I need 1.
Oh, here we
So-
go. That's good though.
Yeah, you can move me to Manila and then just move yourself to Manila and just move Tom to Manila and then throw the card at me.
Perfect. Yeah, that's going to
Anyways.
be easy to cure. We just need to worry about blue now.
So goes up 1. Let's see what we got on the bottom. Okay, that's still perfect.
Ooh.
We got 9 in there though, so it's starting to get a little scary.
But we're still on drawing
we-
two.
yeah,
Intense.
to be honest, actually, the things that are risk is just Madrid.
But I can
Right.
blow that up if I need to.
Yeah, okay. It's actually pretty fine. Let's intensify. And then let's draw.
Draw two.
Oh, we're good. Osaka's a bit worrying, but we can
Osaka's
do
at
without
3.
it.
Well,
Well,
Yeah.
if we do what I just said, then Tom
Yeah.
will be in Asia to do this anyway.
Yeah.
of course.
If you move to Osaka,
The
yeah,
downside is he
Osaka.
won't be in Madrid, but
Yeah.
that's not like the biggest problem.
Mm.
Well,
you
no,
have to
because-
move
because
Atsu
Osaka's-
to Madrid yourself, James.
Osaka's been drawn, so
Yeah,
Madrid's
we don't-
more of a
Yeah.
risk.
Yeah.
Necessarily
Madrid
need
is
to be
the scary
there.
one.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be Tom that does it. You could easily be Atsu.
Yeah, because I can just like nip down to Lima and then go to Madrid and then cure
Yeah,
it.
and even if it does pop, it's not the big end of the world because we have cards to stop it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
we have like both of our save our ass funded events in Atsu's hand right now. We're back.
Yeah.
We're pretty safe.
Yeah.
So I've drawn my 2. That means it's over to James. So up to you whether we want to cure red now or have to wait around.
Yeah, I'll move you to Sydney.
Or
Why
why to Sydney? Move me straight to Manila. Oh,
I have
I see
Sydney.
you. Oh, you want to move yourself and give it to me then? Okay.
Yeah. I can move you here. I'll give
Yeah,
you.
it still has to wait for a go round of me, but
Yeah.
that keeps Tom.
This is more move efficient.
Yeah.
Then with my last move, I guess move myself to the military base.
Let's see.
Mate,
We have
do.
you. Atsu could move if she wants to. You can move Tom onto Madrid so he can clean up Madrid straight away.
Mm,
Because he kind of wants to start heading down the board again, and you don't want him to go to Madrid and then back up down on himself.
Wasn't there a quarantine marker on Sydney?
Can I?
No, I moved it to Mexico City because we
Oh,
haven't gone
fair enough.
Sydney.
Yeah,
If-
then I'm
if
gonna
you
move
move
myself
me-
off of this.
If you move me to
Like,
Madrid,
I mean,
can
you say that, but there's no chance of Sydney going.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah, I think it's better to move Tom to Madrid so he can cure Madrid and
Yeah.
start heading back down the board like he wants to.
Will they
Yeah.
not want to cure Algiers as well?
He
I
can
mean,
work
yeah,
through that
but
in his own time.
he wants to like. There's
if you
nothing
move me
for-
to, if you move me to Madrid, I can go down faster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also, Madrid's the bigger threat. Like, if Algiers gets another one, that's only on 3 anyway. Madrid's more at risk of popping.
Remember, you've got your like ranged cure ability.
Oh god, yeah. And also, I've got.
oh
this.
yeah, Tom does.
if you
So I
need
guess
it.
he doesn't have to move. He can just cure Madrid and then cure Algiers and move along.
Well, I was because where does he need? Why does he need like move just to, with the intention of
That's
just
only
curing
if
up?
he's got cured diseases, though. He can't do range cure until we've got diseases. The cures for diseases.
So
What?
He needs to be in the city still until we
No.
get a blue cure.
Local
or
connection. Local connection. Once per turn, you may treat disease in a city connected.
Ah,
to it.
yeah,
that's
he
me,
can he can do it at any range. It's
I can't read.
yeah so I guess it doesn't matter if Tom moves. No,
Unless you-
no, he could use
Unless you
my
move,
disease.
if you move me to Madrid, I'll just do the local connection on Paris instead,
And then cure Madrid, move to Algiers, cure
and
Algiers.
cure Algiers as well.
Mm,
So it's a little more
mean-
clean up
I mean,
there. Or
It depends where you want to
use-
end up. If you want to end up on Algiers, then it makes sense to move him. If you want to, otherwise you could do the same thing and just end up on Paris instead. I think Algiers is closer to the other black ones we'll need to deal with
I
soon.
was gonna say we just leave Tom there because he can do local connection to cure Madrid.
So I'm just thinking, like, he wants to go to Riyadh and Mumbai, right? Because
Yeah.
those are going to go again soon.
well, I can get
So
to
it
Riyadh
makes
on
more
the
sense for him
next.
to start at Paris, remote cure Madrid, cure Paris, and then move down to Algiers so he can
Yeah,
carry on down
that
to
makes sense. All right.
It's-
You're
it's-
in Paris.
It's either that or leave me in Algiers and we leave Paris, because then I can get to Riyadh on this turn anyway.
It's your call which one you think is better, because Paris it has just gone, so it's going to be a
Oh,
little
yeah.
while. It's up to you.
Is Paris just? Was
Me?
Paris just picked? Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
it's
if
the
I-
bottom card.
Then
What if I move you to Madrid and you distance cure New York and then cure Madrid? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then cure Algiers, and then you're here with those 3 cured.
which will be it'll be
Okay.
essentially the same
Oh,
as
Bats
what
is gone.
it was the same as if I went to Paris.
Maybe.
Bats is gone. I mean, we've been straining over this. It really
Yeah.
isn't super impactful.
Do you agree to go to Madrid?
Do you consent?
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Alright, I will draw my player cards, taking me to around 7. Oh, there we
There's
go.
the
I
black.
got my black. Unfortunately, I
grenade
can't. I no longer need a reset station. No, I do still need to take an action for it, unfortunately.
Yeah, we've never done that one.
Alright, and then I will draw the top 2.
Lagos and Riyadh.
Oh, that's so annoying that Lagos. It got the quarantine removed, and then the thing.
Yeah,
draw.
well, this epidemic chain was a bit quicker this time around.
It was a bitch.
Well, Riyadh at least only has 3 connections, so it won't be the end of the world, as you like to say.
No. So that's until we get
Well, I
the
mean,
next
you could go
epidemic,
cure
it's not a
Madrid,
problem.
cure Algiers, walk to Cairo.
And then
Next to Sawa?
local cure. Yeah.
If you're going to try and local cure New York, though, on your
Well,
turn.
New York is not as pressing a thing of. I guess they're both about the same.
I think Madrid and
Anyway,
Riyadh are probably the
Now
bigger
it's
ones.
your problem, Tom. Decide what you do.
Oh god.
Let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the amount of blues we need to cure. It's just a matter of like getting together
on.
for it.
Yeah.
And red is going to be cured on my turn, so that's not
So-
a problem.
I'll do Madrid first for definite. So we've got one
Yeah.
cured. Ideally, I want to move to Cairo and
Osaka
just
can
do.
go, but I think it's at the bottom, so it's going to be another.
Yeah, it
epidemic
is.
for that.
See, I want to do Riyadh just to make sure it doesn't go again. But then that's going to be my turn.
Well, we don't need to stress about that too much because it is
Yeah.
Wait, were you not going to cure New York?
Riyadh kind of changes our thinking for a bit, but it's going to take another epidemic for it to go around it ready. So, I mean,
Well,
it's safe.
well, that's because even if we don't draw New York before the epidemic, then it won't be a problem. But if we draw New York after the next, hang on, yeah, if we draw
Yeah,
New
I
York
see what you
before the
mean.
next epidemic, then that will be at risk at going.
Yeah.
So it's a
Okay,
case
I
of
do have the remove 2 disease cubes in the board at any time if we need it.
I think we should save that for the infect step.
Save it for something is at risk of going if we need it. But just saying, if it does go, I have that card. So
Yeah.
I think do whatever you need to, Tom. If you feel
Okay.
happy going
We'll
to
take.
Riyadh, then do that.
We'll do Riyadh because at least then I'm also part way going to Asia as well.
So you're one space further than you were your previous end
See,
of turn.
I'm worried now that we've just like let New York.
No,
But
Yeah,
it'll go up to 3.
we've got this.
yeah, that's true.
So if we need it, and also I can quarantine it as well if we need
All right.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
fine.
yeah, for New York to go, it has to be drawn on this deck and then immediately epidemic and then drawn again.
Yeah.
Well, what are the odds
So
of
in
that
which case,
happening?
I've got two.
I mean, it will
I've got
happen,
two save our
but
ass
it's not
cards
likely.
in my hand, so we're fine.
Also,
Yeah, we're good.
outbreaking, what the blue cubes don't make that big a difference. 'Cause 2 of them are going to be on faded cities anyway, so they won't
Yeah.
mean anything.
Well, aren't they? Don't they turn into faded?
No.
Okay.
No, the whole thing about outbreaks is that its disease spreads onto the nearby cities.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought there was another rule there was like if a
It's the
cube
other way
would
around.
go on
If
to
a faded outbreaks,
Ah.
it turns other cities faded. That's why America is faded right now.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything the other way around.
That's why, I mean, Sydney is our only red faded city, and New York is the last threshold of America, safe from the faded epidemic.
Okay, are we done with Tom's turn and actually done his junk?
Yes.
No, I need to do stuff.
Yeah.
Do
Draw.
your junk.
Oh,
Tom, don't do that
actually, no,
junk.
that's kind of good because we know New York's not going to go.
Well, we know Osaka is going to, though.
Could.
I'm
I
gonna
mean, it
have this
is.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can
Oh.
remove 2. So
Anyways, draw your top card. Draw the bottom
Bottom
card. Let's get this over with quick.
Santiago.
Santiago.
Damn it.
Very
Okay,
fortunate.
but I can go and
Intensify.
do stuff later.
So yeah, it's probably best to do that on.
Well,
Well, we
we'll
can
do it if we get Osaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, we can
Otherwise,
keep
I
it.
can just about make it in time to cure it.
Yeah.
If it matters, but it won't. Actually, it will never last
No,
long
it's
enough because
gonna go on my turn.
3 herself.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just play it when we get to it, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, it's gonna be a. Yeah. Okay.
Just draw 'em. There it is.
Aye.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
well, let's draw the other 2 and see what we need to remove.
Okay. So we got
No, actually,
Antia.
don't remove 2
Yeah, no,
from
no.
that.
Hold on.
You
'cause
get to
we
pick
know there might
any
be
2
another outbreak.
cubes. So
That's 2 cubes.
yes, it's any 2 cubes we choose. So let's shove 1 back on Osaka and take 1 from something else that's high.
Okay. Nothing
Yeah, so-
else is high.
Maybe New York,
New
could
York
be New
or
York, could do
Paris or.
Paris.
Oh, hang
because
on.
we're moving away from that general
Oh,
area.
I'm
Jessica,
pretty
Sammy,
sure
thank
Paris
you
is
for
about to
the
get drawn as
follow.
well.
I think we do
Oh,
New
hang on.
York
Am I
then.
muted? No, I'm not muted. Oops.
My vote is for
Oopsie daisy.
Paris.
Thank you
I
for
think
the follow.
Paris is more
What's the
likely to
difference between the
come
Legacy
up
version and the
sooner.
normal release?
Okay.
So, the
Oh, yeah?
Legacy
I
version of
think that was in the
Pandemic
top four,
is
Yeah, I think
essentially
so. I can't
as you
remember now.
play,
However,
you add and
Santiago
remove
just
different
went
sort
on
of
to
rules
4.
to the game.
What?
So initially you'll start
Yeah.
off with having to do
Really?
San-
normal pandemic
Santiago
rules
was
where
the
you
one
have
that
to
we
find the
drew
cures
for
for the
intensifying,
diseases.
Then
And
you
as
wanna
you
just
play, you'll
instead of
start
doing the remove
seeing some
cubes, you wanna
modifiers
just
to the
do the
game. So like,
quarantine
for
and
example, in
quarantine
this game,
Yeah.
the
that
yellow
makes sense.
disease
Okay, we'll put
cannot
those
be
cubes
cured
back.
or treated. And over the course of
So Osaka's
what's been
still
the
on
last
3,
couple of months,
and Harry
it has
needs to be
essentially
on 2.
evolved into such that he plays faded figures instead of
Quarantine, remove
cubes.
that one.
There we go.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
if
our better one, but
a
it means it's
city
worth it to get rid of 2.
gains one of the
Yeah.
faded figures, it then becomes a faded city.
But no, you get
Um,
that's the you use the quarantine
and then when you
and
draw
keep the
a
did I drop them
card,
around?
a player
Oops.
card that matches the color of Coda, which is the yellow,
Oi, fiddling.
then
I was like
you
zoomed
add a
out and I
faded
saw
figure
one
to that
that's
city,
already in
which
there, and
essentially
you like putting one out of
increases
your
the
hand.
the
That's what
virus's
I thought it was the other way
potency.
around.
Oh, okay.
Was that?
You also
and
get different
then
objectives.
you need to do
Yeah,
three
So
cards
for
this
each
turn, right?
one more.
month of the year,
so
which is essentially
Santiago,
a game,
Santiago. Yeah, so you do one more, Tom.
you have to complete a certain objective,
I mean, he seems
and
busy. I'm gonna
as you
just
go
draw
through
a
the legacy
card.
deck, it will tell you
Oh, look at that,
exactly what you need to
Paris.
do
I mean, we knew it was gonna happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
in terms of what cards
So
to
that means we
draw,
can
what
get
rules you have to play by.
Batsies.
And you
Yeah,
can see
Well, that's the thing.
here
Having
that
like a
there's some
really
different
long
rules that we've
period at
added
the
as well
beginning where
along
you
the
don't
way.
get one
So
feels great
again, it
until
tells you what
the
to
next
do.
couple
It's like
times.
an evolving game
Yeah.
Let us get
rather than playing the standard pandemic. But it's fun.
But
It's
those
actually
two
really,
came
really
together
good.
real close. I think we actually have a
It's so much more
while
confusing
before
than
the
the official
next one.
release, and even
I
that was
hope
already
so.
confusing.
I really do.
Yes, it is a
And
little bit
it's not
confusing
likely
in a
that
way.
another yellow is gonna pop, which is the one we're really scared
Just because of
about.
how many
Yeah.
different things you've got. Like, for
So,
example, you've
I
got your
think
player cards
my
here.
battle plan
You've
is
got
just go
your
down to
relationships,
Santiago
which give
and
you a special
blow up
power. You've got
one
upgrades, which if you
faded.
win a game, then you get an upgrade for
I
your
feel
character
like
potentially, which gives you
now
another
is the
power.
time when
And then you've got scars where
if
bad
you
things
can end
happen.
this
Like if
turn
you end
positioning
if you start
yourself
your
to
turn
give
on a
away your
city that has a
blues to
faded
someone.
figure on it,
I mean, if you do
then
that,
something
if
bad
CS ends her
happens,
turn
or
in
you
Lima,
have something
that's
bad happen to
enough
you anywhere.
to
Like
move
you
to
have to discard a
Atlanta
card every
easily,
time
which
you
is
leave a
pretty
city
central
with
for
3
her
cubes.
cards.
So
Yeah,
there can be a lot to juggle, but
just don't
it kind of adds to a lot of things. It makes it a little bit less vanilla and a little bit more.
It's just gone. I think they'd wait for the next epidemic.
I can't
So
think of a
let's see.
good
Let's see
analogy
how
for
many
that, but
actions if you can
it
end
makes the
Lima
game a
by turn
lot
away.
more
So you
interesting.
No.
Okay, let's
one action
jump
is
back
pull up
into
your
the
grenade
call
belt.
before
Yeah.
people
Go to Lima
realize
for
we're all gone.
2, Santiago for 3, throw away your grenade belt, go back to Lima for 4.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah, and then James can move you to Atlanta or Los Angeles,
Yeah.
wherever he really feels like.
So
Yeah.
did you guys draw my last card, by the way?
Yes.
All right,
it was
Tom.
Perry,
It's Paris.
Okay, right. One action to pick up Kolkata.
called Perry Allen Philistine.
2, 3.
A very ghost.
Blow up. Go
That's a
away.
French word.
I don't like you. And then back to Lima for 4. And
It's
fall
the
over.
hub of the world.
Cool. All right then. So
Okay.
draw. New York. And
Why are you getting all the
Chennai.
blues?
I don't
It's
know.
it's a good thing. That's a good
I
thing.
guess because I'm
No, it's
just
not.
I'm just living in the blue zone
But,
right now.
but we're getting
so,
blues that we can cure the blue for, at least.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I can
is it-
hang around in. I mean, when we get up, when James can move you to like Los Angeles or Madrid or something, I can then move to New York
Oh,
easily
God.
and Washington.
I keep watching
give
it, hearing
away
an explanation,
those
my brain
cards
hurt.
to
I come after
someone.
stream.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
sorry
gonna
about
have
that.
to, 'cause
Yeah.
no one else
I,
is
kn-
up
I
for
know
it.
it can be
Cure the
really
disease.
confusing to hear all the
Plus,
different
we do have
rules.
black ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, black
But
and
I
red.
can't tell you
red.
they're bad,
I
I'm
have
afraid. I was really
my
sorry
hand
about
of
that.
red right now.
You're gonna
But
smash that
yeah, I
red
hope
up
to see you
when
around.
don't need to be in research
It'd
station
be good
to
for
do
you
it.
to drop by. I mean,
Yep.
thanks for
We
dropping
don't
by
need any
anyway.
research
Like,
for any of them, James.
no one even drops by anyway
yeah.
during these streams.
Right.
But
Huzzah.
it's good to see you.
Read
Good
that.
to see you.
And Madrid.
Okay,
Damn
over.
it,
Oh,
Madrid,
that's
we
really
just
nice of you.
cleaned
Thank
up.
you.
It's
And thanks for
fine.
dropping by.
That means we got 3. We'll probably have
That's
cured
really
the world
nice.
by then. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Okay, so start of my turn. Let's take a look at the top 2.
Garrett.
New York.
New York.
That's fine.
We'll be on 3. And
And then
Algiers, which
Algiers.
is 3 as well.
Yeah, they'll go on to 3. Not the end of the world. And apparently, there's 0 chance of an epidemic on my turn, so I'm gonna pretend it doesn't exist.
Yay!
1.
You
I
knocked
knocked
over.
myself over.
Ah,
2, 3, 4, 5. Did I? I dropped it here. Here we go. It teleported across the world.
dare
Nice. Red has been cured.
nice.
So then I was initially planning to just go up to Osaka and clean that up. I could although also just go to Los Angeles and do some lockdowns
Mm.
because I can travel to Lima from there and do a couple from there.
That sounds like a plan. Especially since Santiago is on.
So yeah, I have 4 actions left because I just cured.
Yeah,
I
where
go-
are you on? You're down there.
2, 3, and then do another 2 quarantines. Or I could go up to Osaka and cure that.
Yeah. I like the curing Osaka. But it's up to you.
I mean,
Well,
my main
Osaka's-
question is, who are we going to give my blue cards to make the cure?
Yeah, that's gonna be the trickiest bit.
Because you've currently
Because-
got none, and both Tom and James have got 1 each.
Because I
Lots of
think
their hands are pretty
yeah.
full.
and we can't really
I'm gonna
dagger
dump
it
my.
very easily either. We're basically gonna have to trade them one person's turn at a time.
Yeah.
It's like on your turn you'll give them Washington, for example, and then the other person moves to monster already and counter takes a card later. It's
Yeah.
gonna be awkward until someone draws some more blues. What you? No, we don't have any
Wait a
good
minute.
way to pick up the starter
Yeah.
cards that isn't, you.
Yeah. Have you got any equipment on blues? Just that Chicago one,
I've got the one in Chicago, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
very good to give someone the blue clear.
again, the problem is we can draw. Atsu can draw the Chicago's, all the equipments, but we can't. So we're still in the same kind of problem. We have all the blue we need to solve now. We just matter of getting them. It
I
might be
kind
better.
of think maybe it's best if I give them to James, because then, like, say
Yeah.
my turn, I can be ready.
So I
you know,
mean,
James's turn, he can put me either like in Madrid, and he can fly to Madrid, and then we can then like both go to New York at some point, and then we can be ready then to start giving cards away because he can move himself and me around in his turn.
I think it'll be more useful if we can have it so that, like, in Atsu's turns, he gives away one card, and then James sets it up so that DMC can give away London, because that speeds it up just a little bit more than just relying on Atsu's cards.
Yeah.
And I considering like everyone else has one blue, I think it's kind of needed.
I mean, I'm going to have to
Tommy
go.
draws two blues and screws the plan.
I mean, I'm going to have to
You're
go
gonna
back to
draw
the.
this turn still, Alan, right?
Yeah,
So you might get some
but
blues.
apparently it's a 0% chance of epidemic, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, but you got like a 41% chance of blues.
Oh,
is what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe you're gonna be the
so-
blue master.
Anyways, let's just put that aside and see what I draw, and then plan
Wait.
from there.
Tom,
so
what were you
what
saying?
should I-
Sorry, I cut you off, Tom.
I was going to say it's probably best for me to stay around Europe and cure
Yeah.
the Blues and New York.
Oh, yeah, I think
in that
we
case.
all want to be around the blue right now, just for the sake of churning out this card. Yeah, I'd
Okay.
accept letting stuff like Osaka go off if we can get blue cured.
Well, that ties in neatly to what do I do? Do I cure Osaka? Do I do a few more epidemic quarantines?
Don't do epidemics, please, me.
I'd try and cure Osaka, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd put Osaka over quarantine, but below
2, 3,
helping us out with the
4,
blues.
5.
To cure.
Well, I don't have any blues to help with yet, so that's
Yeah.
fine. I can just let you teleport me if I draw them.
Tits. All right.
Oh,
No.
you missed.
Put the
I
Mickey
didn't. They
in the
bounced
box.
off. Okay, let's see what I got.
That is
Quite nice.
Oh,
Perfect.
lovely.
Perfect.
You're going to be our
And
support
then-
player.
New York,
okay.
Algiers, Milan.
Oh, that doesn't help us at all. Ugh.
No, this is all stuff we were going to be curing anyway.
Yeah.
Right, so on
And
my
doesn't even need to
turn,
spend an action on Algiers because you'll cure black.
I will cure black. One,
Oh, what's Baghdad got on it? Grenade belt.
Two.
Excellent.
That's something you love.
I know.
oh yeah,
Boy, I sure do love killing.
oh yeah, that's going to be useful. Okay, so that's one action. Where even the fuck am I? Oh yeah,
You're
Sydney.
in
Sydney.
Right in the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah, you spent this entire game just vacationing somewhere sunny.
Right. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna I'm gonna move DMC onto Algiers, which will instantly cure it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, convenient, huh?
Hey.
So I've got 2 moves left. Da-da-da. This might be weird.
Yeah.
No, that's bad. It's a bad move.
What are we gonna do?
I was gonna move DMC onto London because that's where his card is. So if someone, it makes it easy for someone to go and pick up his card. But given that it's his turn next, and he's gonna move off and cure and stuff.
Well, I was
so
going to
it's not
say,
that
it's fine.
useful.
Hang on. I mean, it's
Well, you're
fine to
probably
leave
gonna-
me where I am because I can move to Paris for 1, cure Milan from the city next to it for 2, cure Paris for 3, and then move to London for the last action.
Oh, that's not what I would say you should do.
No,
I'd say
don't go to London.
You should move to Paris, cure Paris, move to London, cure New York.
And then
Yeah,
I
with
can
your
then meet you
distance.
in New York and give you New York.
Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so where you are right now should be fine because you should have all the actions you need to do that.
Yep.
Unless James can somehow make himself appear in London. But I don't think he can.
Not quite, though. Yeah, no, I just can't. Right, I'm gonna move myself to Algiers, I guess.
Yeah,
Mm.
if you only have one action, that it's either that or discard a card. And I don't think you really want to.
Actually, you know, because I want to be moving into this area anyway, I'll move DMC up, so I move myself to Paris instead of Algiers. So
Oh.
now we're both in the location.
Well, that's all fine. I just thought you didn't have the actions for some reason.
Paris isn't at risk of going, right?
I believe
it's already been.
Yeah.
Perfect. And there's a 0 chance of epidemic, so yeah, totally safe as houses here.
Yeah, we had a really long first period, then a couple really quick together, so now we have another little bit of a lull.
Now let's cross our fingers for a couple blues.
I'm crossing everything.
It's a couple blues!
Oh!
It's a literal fucking couple blues!
Nice.
Nice.
Right.
What a pair you've got, huh?
Ooh.
Actually, he's got 3. He's got 3.
Alright, and then we'll do the top
I
3
it's fair.
effects. So,
Seoul, Essen,
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Oh, good thing you're there, Alan.
Ooh.
Well, they're both
Yeah.
not super likely to go just yet.
Alright, over to you, Big Jim.
I think we're just going to give our blue cards to James then.
Well, it's not the easiest
here's-
thing now that I'm on Paris.
You can't
Yeah.
right now.
So, I mean, I can
Yeah.
meet him. I can literally wait even like, in New York or Washington. For
Well, if
him.
we
so
The
if
best
we
thing would be
do,
to move on to the cities that you have. So
Yeah,
if
if you
now
move
if
to
you
New
end
York,
on
So if I
then
do-
James can cure it, I think.
yeah, if I do the same thing as what we were planning to do, so cure Paris,
move
move
to
to
London.
London, cure New York,
And
Yeah.
then you can then just wait there for
And
James, and
then,
he can
yeah.
go bup, take cure.
can't do butt take cure. I only have 4 moves.
Damn. Unless we get like a
Why are you friends
airlift.
with... Yeah, if we draw that, then it's even easier.
Yeah.
But it's just one more go around the table. We should
And that's
be able
a
to
lot.
hold.
Yeah.
So I can cure all. I can nearly eradicate red, actually. Very nearly.
Yeah. Not that we need to eradicate anything anymore. Am I right?
No.
No, we're not getting an objective for it anymore, so you know.
No.
And
So
we
I'm
do
gonna
actually
have
have
to-
7 quarantines as well. So I'm just going to pretend we've achieved all of our objectives this round.
You have to do that at the end, though.
I know, but you humor me.
No,
All right.
I'm sticking to the
So
fucking rules.
Damn it.
let's draw. Cool.
Did
We've
you
got
put-
Lima.
Oh yeah, you could New York and all that. Cool.
Well, that
Yeah.
means the quarantine marker on Lima goes.
God damn it, Tom. We almost had that cure. That
But we
objective.
have government grants. We can add a research station to any city.
Yay.
So I might just get rid of Kinshasa and Lima because that's my 7 cards.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Infect. Right, we got Istanbul,
Not Constantinople.
Chicago,
Goes fine.
Buenos Aires,
Okay.
and end of the turn.
Yeah, this is good.
Tom's taken 2 of the quarantine markers, D. Your hard work of quarantining
dick.
places.
That's the whole point of the quarantine, is so that it's
You know what?
protected.
I'm just gonna, instead of curing Seoul and Tokyo, they can all suffer in their disease. I need to put more quarantine markers out.
Is that what you need?
Yeah,
Okay.
you made the
Okay.
point, and now I have to stick to it.
How are you gonna move to?
I'm just gonna walk to Shanghai and then quarantine 3 things. It's slightly more action efficient.
Wait, what do you mean? What are you quarantining?
He's quarantining
Quarantine
Beijing,
Seoul and
Seoul, and
Tokyo instead
Tokyo.
of curing them.
Oh yeah. Fair enough.
Okay.
I think you
yeah,
can do that on non-faded
um,
cities.
Yeah, this is all because you refused to count the quarantine thing as a snapshot.
2,
Now they suffer.
3. I could just quarantine New York for shits and giggles for my 4th
Fine.
move.
I mean, why not? What else are you gonna do?
I know, right? There we go.
You're gonna have to discard when you draw your player cards.
Oh god, yeah, I am. But I can get rid of cartoon and
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's a problem.
yeah.
We're not gonna. The game is gonna last much longer. It happens. We have one quiet night if we need it. But we have 15 in there.
Oh, yeah.
So the worst that can happen is Seoul goes.
But also, I can just go boop.
Yeah. So, like I say, that's the worst that will happen, and
Yeah.
it's not bad. Let's see.
Jonathan Curtis, Miami.
Ooh, that sucks.
Ooh, look at that tall
That's a-
fucking tower.
That's a 4.
Yeah, it's a 4.
Uh
Like I say, the bomb cards will just screw you sometimes.
oh.
Oh God! And I didn't pick up any grenade belts, did I?
Is it too late to one quiet night? Oh, no, that's not even.
I mean, you
in
can't
fact
grenade
step.
belt unless it's on the city you're in.
Oh yeah, true.
We can't one quiet night this.
All right.
We'd
Looks
have
like
to
we're
go
getting our
for-
first 4 city.
Oh.
No, it was on 2.
Oh, some they
Oh,
already
well.
moved
It's
up.
not,
Okay.
they had 4.
No, the city was 2, but there were 3
2.
there were 4 faded on it.
Okay, yeah, it's on. It's no 6 to goes on 1.
It's-
There we go.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I mean that means we get one faded on everything around it. I think Mysterious loses its quarantine.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's
Did we
not
put one
so
on
bad. It's just
Atlanta?
Atlanta. Yeah. I can't remember.
Well, it's
Did you
pretty
call it
bad.
Atlanta B?
I didn't.
I
think
didn't.
I think it needs to go on to 2.
Okay.
Yeah, we did have one on Atlanta.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess so. There's a chance now that we get Miami.
Yeah, but it's a 1 in 16 chance.
Well,
We're gonna.
Oh, no, a 3 in 16 chance.
Yeah, I think you should go there and blow them all up.
I wish. I need to in a minute. Once it's been my turn, I'll go blow
intensify as
stuff up.
well.
Yeah.
Then I'll just.
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay. Oh, fine. No, we're not.
No, we're fine. Play the card.
Oh, okay.
Do we
No, it stays on 3 because you're removing 1.
Oh yeah. I mean, do we
and then
take
we
one
have-
from something else?
I mean,
Maybe Istanbul, Mumbai? Because you're going to be cleaning.
there's not really many other places we care about.
Yeah.
So I can go to San Fran. I don't think I can get to Miami this time, regardless.
Mm.
We can always play one
I do get
quiet
to see the
night as
top
well.
2, so if I see Miami, I can stop it.
Yeah, we can also play one. Yeah, we can play one quiet night. Where did that go? Go back there. So, shall I just take the 1 cube off of Seoul anyway? So do the 2 and do one, like do both from Seoul, or
I mean, you can. It's kind of equal at this point. What cube you
yeah, I
take?
know. Anyone else got any suggestions
1,
on whatever
2,
cube I can take?
No, I think they're all pretty equal at this point.
Yeah.
I'll just take both of them from Seoul then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Which
right.
city do
Okay.
you like the most?
So that was our 3,
Yep.
and that means it's over to me. Let's take a look at the top 2.
Buenos
Buenos Aires.
Aires, that's fine.
And-
Istanbul.
Also fine.
Yeah.
And
Going on to
so I don't know what the 3rd card is, which means
Oh.
one quiet. I might need one quiet night, but I just won't know it.
Yeah.
The other hand, I can't possibly. At least I don't think. Actually, let's see. 1, 2, 3. No, I can't get to Miami and quarantine it. It's just
So-
too far away from me.
On my next turn, I'm gonna go to London, trade knowledge, go to New York, trade knowledge,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then,
have all 5 ready to cure on my next turn. So we just need to survive until my next turn.
so
we just-
since we saw 2 out of the 3 cards that I'll be drawing, I think don't use one quiet night on my turn. Maybe use it on your turn.
Yeah.
If it does go, that's gonna really suck. But there's not much I can do about it.
Mhm.
It's right now we're kind of just gonna have to.
Wing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, seeing as I can't possibly make it to Miami anyway, I think I'm just going to go to Shanghai and quarantine like I said I would.
Okay. Hopefully you draw the airlift action
Oh,
card
gotcha.
here.
That
which
would
just let us
stave
know
off
something.
That's a lot of hassle. And then I have a third one, so screw it around myself. And let's draw some cards.
Ah, no such luck.
Nope. Oh well, and then let's draw these 3. And here we go. Milan.
Milan.
Perfect.
Okay.
Exploded.
All right.
That means it's over to you.
My turn.
Ooh, something's gonna go.
So yeah,
Stop.
I'm gonna do the cure blue thing, right?
We'll get the cure for blue.
Go to London. Yeah. Go
Yeah.
to London. Get London. 3, 4, and then
That's
to New York.
Montreal. You don't want Montreal. You want New York.
New York, New York. I have to discard down the
New
4.
York, New
so
York.
go away. I don't know. This yellow.
Yeah, New York, yeah.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Then I draw my player
That was
cards.
pretty good.
Oh, thank you. I'm terrible at accents.
Hey,
Perfect.
event forecast.
Oh.
Do we want to use that now?
Event forecast.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, forecast.
It means we can basically buy another turn.
Yeah.
You've still got to discard one, by the way, James.
Oh yeah, thanks. Fuck you, Jakarta.
Ah, that's
This one that's not
rude.
blue.
Alright, so top 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's see, Miami's there. Yep,
Okay.
that goes to the bottom row.
Definite. Oh,
Yep.
I've just put something away.
Chicago's safe because that's only up to 3. New York is fine.
Tokyo's
Essen
gonna.
is fine. Lagos would go up to 3,
Yep.
and
Tokyo
Tokyo
will
is
remove its
quarantined
quarantine
anyway.
marker. Yeah.
So it's pretty much the 3 blues and then the rest.
It's everything but Miami is fine.
Okay.
Okay, so that means on PMCs go, or like, I guess we could skip.
Yeah, we have one quiet night.
Yeah.
And so then on
Go one
axes.
go,
Blow it up.
and then we can quiet night.
Okay, if we can blow it up before Axie, that's perfect.
Yeah.
We can blow it up with Atsu, and then Atsu's time to draw Miami.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so I'll draw these top 3, which are not a surprise to us.
Nope.
Pow, pow, pow.
Okay, all good.
Ah, Chicago.
Good thing you quarantined.
All right, over to you, DMC. And now I'm gonna cross my arms and lean back. 'Cause now the next move I have to make is press the win the game button.
There's nothing that could possibly go
So, Tom,
wrong.
considering that that's the case, can you please quarantine as many? Oh, it takes an extra action for you to quarantine.
Yep.
Well,
Well, that's what I was going to
Just
do.
goes
actually,
Yours.
we're on 7, so
Well, that's what I was going to do Milan and Istanbul just for safety, because there's not really much else I can do.
yeah, no, it makes sense.
Also, remember you can end your turn in a in a city with faded, and only get because by the time it'll roll back around to you, you'll have won. So,
Or lost.
Yeah.
So the star won't happen.
So, well, that's going to be my turn anyway, so...
the only risk is
Ooh.
outbreaks. That's normal.
What did you get? Did you get
That's
Lagos?
Lagos and Madrid.
Okay,
I've got
Lagos
discard,
gets one.
so... Get rid of that and that. I have...
Sometimes they hide underneath like the sticker.
Wait,
Wait.
we
Yeah,
need
I
to play one quiet night now because we're
Oh,
going
I
to
thought
get
you played it.
Miami. Oh, you played
Yeah.
it. Cool. Okay. That's fine.
Yep. Cool. That's the end of my turn then.
Okay. God, Chicago's blooming on free as well.
But it
Miami's
just went, so it's
Okay.
okay.
So one.
Wait, wasn't there only one on Legos before, and now there's 3?
Because Tom drew Lagos
Yeah, but
this
shouldn't
turn.
there just be 2 on Legos now? I don't remember there being 2
No,
on
because
Legos.
Lagos
before.
went just now.
Yeah.
No,
No, Lagos didn't go.
Oh.
Lagos was
Yeah.
drawn, so it goes up to 2, right?
Okay, I'm not arguing that.
Because isn't it scripted, so it puts the figures on when you draw the yellows?
No, it doesn't.
No.
Not when you draw them in your hand.
Yeah. But it did. Oh well.
No, because yeah, they probably could have done something.
I mean-
around
I mean,
it, but it plays
barring-
differently to everything else anyway.
I mean,
Mm.
barring a catastrophe, I don't think we're going to lose this anyway.
That's what we thought that other month.
Well,
Yeah.
this time we don't have like enough set up to chain react.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way
mean,
for
it
us to
could.
get a thing off.
Yeah.
Stop saying that.
I
I'm
mean,
looking at the
Chicago
0%.
goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chicago, Atlanta, Miami.
I'm just gonna like quarantine as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, I think
So we can complete
Beast's
all the
best
objectives.
move is. I think best move is to him to. He can't fly to Los Angeles.
I can't do military stuff. I could fly
No.
to Karat, or
Yeah.
Cairo, Tehran. I could fly to Seoul despite being right next to it.
But regardless, we'll just like say for saving from looking for a grenade belt. I've picked it up. I've used it. Goodbye, faded from Miami. So that's going to be safe.
And then if you have an accident left, quarantine it.
1, 2. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. That's
Okay,
all.
then you have to draw your player cards.
And we know
Airlift.
Yeah.
We
Well,
don't
that
need
would've-
it anymore, sadly.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always airlift me to
you.
somewhere to quarantine.
Yeah, I could airlift you either to Los Angeles or Lima.
What?
I think Lima's better because I can quarantine 3 things.
What are you watching about, Tom?
So you guys know that there's going to be a Sonic 2 movie, or
Yeah.
Sonic
I've heard
movie 2.
rumors. Yeah.
Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
going to include Knuckles and Tails because it was the first
Yay.
film. I've just
And
seen a
Lucy on his
tweet.
turn in case it gets infected.
I've just seen a tweet from someone with quote knock knock hashtag Sonic Movie 2 hashtag Knuckles with a picture of Knuckles' fist.
Knuckles.
His knuckles. The knuckles.
Do you want to know
Knuckles is
who?
Knuckles is Knuckles.
Do you want to know who tweeted that?
Gary.
Childish Gambino.
Jim Carrey.
No, Jim Carrey's already playing
Robert Downey Jr.
Idris Elba.
Robotnik. Yes, it's Idris Elba.
Wait, no, I got it.
Really? It's
Yes,
Idris Elba.
it's Idris Elba.
Oh my god.
Seriously?
I'm 100% serious. It's
Oh
Idris
my God.
Elba.
That's sick.
Yeah, I posted the
is
link.
so sick.
That's the link in Discord.
Alright. Oh wow.
I was
Okay.
like, have you actually? I was for a minute. I was like, did you look it up? And I was like, what?
No, I was just thinking. I just literally thought, like, who is the coolest person I could think of to play Knuckles?
It
I was
is.
gonna say, whoever Detective Pikachu was, and Deadpool. What's his
Ryan
name?
Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
I can quarantine more things in Lima.
Okay. Thank you.
And here's B just
What's
ruining.
things too?
Here's B just ruining the vibe by going, oh, we got to get back to a game. Oops.
Look, it's just saving the world.
Basically
Tom.
one.
Not
God.
Tom.
Okay, so my turn. I'm just going to
Oh.
stop people having fun in the sun.
Ah, B.
Fun on a bun.
And with
Get on with
that,
it.
we have run out of quarantine markers.
Wow.
And now
Hey,
Brady's wearing a hat. No.
Yes, we can't put any more
Oh, okay.
quarantine down.
I'll put it back on the figure. There we
Yeah.
go. You know what? Let's do that for everyone, and you get a hat, and B can get a hat. Oh,
No, my head's
listen,
not made for it.
damn it, B. I'll make it fit. I'll make it fit.
You see, the faded have great poise. Okay, let's
I'll
draw
get
my
back to you.
cards.
I'll get back to you, B. Hang on. I will
Oh,
give
actually,
you a
but
hat.
I can also see the top 2. Let's take a look. Lagos and Pagoda. No, that's
No.
not right. I accidentally picked the whole pile.
Oh, that's no good.
Tokyo. Okay. Let's draw my 2.
Ah,
Sao
no epidemic.
Paulo, and which means that quarantine marker goes. And Johannesburg, which is the first time anything has happened to Johannesburg, actually. Hey, I have the stem cells. I can use it to cure anything. And
Yeah,
then
B gets a
pop,
hat.
pop, pop.
His hat is
And-
wobbling across his head. Right, now it's spinning. Slowly, but it's there. B's got a hat. It looks
Actually,
lovely.
did you draw your 3 cards?
I don't think I
'Cause-
did.
No, I don't think you did
the-
because Miami should have been in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's
Do 3
draw
more.
another 3.
Santiago, Madrid. Parrot.
Oh, your
it's
hat
fine.
fell off.
It's fine.
Fucking sick. Right, it's my turn now.
So press the win
yeah.
button.
I don't know. Maybe I'll
Look,
see the
boom.
sights, move into, look around. Hey, man, I don't. I'll move to Atlanta to cure in our just for the sake of it, to cure it in our first science facility that we started out in. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Good times.
Bada
Good
bing,
times.
bada bitch.
Yay! And we actually
We
did
did
all
all of them.
2, 4,
All right.
5, 6, 7. Yeah, we got all the objectives.
We're
End
the
the first
greatest.
game in August. Before selecting our game end upgrades, open the following doors
Yes!
and then draw this card. So we got
Okay.
24, 28, 23, and 27.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll get 24. Oh, sorry. Oh, it looks like all of them are in here. So it's where's 24? 24 here. Oh, that went from the sky.
Yes,
No, it fell into the
24.
other one. No.
24, 28, 23, and 27. Why don't all just all in
Damn it.
yours be? Yeah.
Damn
There
it.
we go. No,
Oh,
come
that's
here.
bingo.
So-
Medical
wait,
equipment. Come here. Come here. Okay, we got it.
Stop.
Which one was
Okay,
that?
I'm stuck into the thing where I can't move things properly.
So we got a med kit.
that's
Discuss
expensive.
cards and type of cards at any time instead of adding a scar to your character, and another grenade belt.
Huzzah!
So that was 24.
So what's in door 28?
28, 23,
Nuclear
27.
option!
Ooh.
Holy shit!
One card in the infection discard pile. Remove all cubes and fitted figures from that city.
Oh my
Mark it
god!
as fallen and then destroy this card.
Oh.
Literally just fucking nuke it.
Yeah,
And it's not an action.
no. Tactical Center is now online. Place a roadblock mark on any free routes on the board.
Sorry, I just love that we're just like, oh my god, they gave us access to nukes, and then DMC is just like, oh wow, and it's so energy efficient.
More upgrades. We've got Chopper Pilot across any roadblock without discarding a card and taking the drive or
Okay.
ferry action. Hacker, increase your hand limit by 1. Determined, you can put a scar on top of his upgrade. Who wants Determined to get a scar as well as an upgrade?
No, I mean,
Like
it
an
means you
extra
have an
health.
extra scar slot, so you're
Yeah.
tougher to kill.
Oh, okay, that's fine then.
That could be quite. Yeah, the first two, the last two, sorry, could be useful.
Yeah.
I've never felt too limited by a hand size.
Yeah.
No,
The
it's
chop-
just.
I mean, if we get the chopper thing, it would make the road blocking a bit better, because right now the card discard kind of means we just never want to.
Who wants
yeah,
to
it's
read the
just a
legacy
nice to
card?
have.
Let's put the character upgrades in the.
So like that chopper one would be good for the dispatcher actually, because then they can just move that card as if it was them. So they get to move across roadblocks if we need them.
So,
Hmm.
was that all of them,
Gotcha.
or
That was
do we
all of
still need a
them.
couple?
Yep.
No, it was all of them.
Card.
New character.
No, we don't draw those yet. This is at least I don't think. You
Open the
do.
following doors
at
and then
the
draw this
end of your
card.
first game in
Oh, okay, then
August.
we're fine
Yeah,
then,
we've done
okay.
this.
So read it. Who read the command?
That's mine, so
Oh,
it's the
here's the
win
win
bonus.
bonus.
If you win a game in August.
Well, you want to scratch it, Tom?
You know how much I love my scratch cards.
Ooh.
Oh.
Searching.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait,
see,
wait.
We're gonna
Wait,
get some
advance
researchers.
one search party or advance all search
I think
parties?
that's
It's
just been
possible
missing
for
the
us,
searches
yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucked up before and not
Yeah, because
searched
we've
properly.
done really well with our searches so far.
Yeah.
Just gone good setups going.
Goddamn
Yeah.
right. I assume we're
So
going to be
then-
searching for the DNA samples in the virus development records
got
in the
this
next
one,
couple months.
Which is
The
virologist.
virologist.
Ooh. As an action, discard a
Oh.
city
Oh,
card
wow.
of a credit card to remove a faded figure. As an action, so a city card matching a city to remove all faded
Wow.
figures from it. Ooh, that's good.
Oh, damn.
That is good.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, you may not play her until she's found.
We found
Oh, wait,
her.
we found her. We found the
Yeah.
virologist.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh no, we can't play. Yet. Oh wait, we can. We did it.
I thought, yeah.
Do you think we were some kind of
Ooh.
casual?
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
And that's like not the first ability is like not even the one that you're in. Just like fuck that guy over there.
It's kind of silly.
Oh,
It's-
see now, she'd also be good for paramilitary area score. Whenever you leave a city with a faded figure, remove one figure from that city. She could
Oh.
just be insane with that.
I think we were. Oh no, I think that's the same one. See, I thought we were meant to like add 2 military bases for a second there. Okay, so we have our upgrades we can do.
Right.
We
Paramilitary escort on the
Uh,
soldier.
Absolutely.
That's like the whole reason we went with Soldier this time. Although it was
Yeah.
like MVP.
It worked great.
Yeah.
I mean, it also worked well for the virologist as well. But then she'd also get scars if she does.
Yes.
Well, she shots turns.
Yeah.
and fighters
And I think the
figures, so.
value of like having a tough guy who can just
Tough
move
guy.
around in the danger zone, you know? That's
Take
invaluable.
him to the danger zone.
I'm going to be really scared if they decide they don't care about military bases anymore.
Oh god.
After all the work we did to, yeah,
I mean, we ignored it for so long. Because we
after
didn't
all the
think
work
we
we
could
did last minute, like I'm working on a fucking essay. Oh god, Dr. Jones asked for 6 military bases by tomorrow.
Tamari.
Tomorrow. I'll have to do it in the library.
The librarian.
Alright, what's our second upgrade then? 'Cause that's an easy one, that soldier.
Yes.
I've also removed our 2 funded events from the event deck.
Yeah, it's a pity. Those came in big.
Yeah.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, no more gouge, no free cards.
So we could put the. I really like the nuclear option.
So, yeah, it basically just removes the city from the game.
Yeah.
Makes it full in the city though.
Well, it makes that city fallen, but it also stops, anything happening to that city. Because you have to discard the infection card as well as
True.
the character. But it means we have to choose the city we want to nuke now if we want to upgrade it. I think that's how it works.
What? No, it's like
actually,
it's like an
a bit
unfunded
weirder.
event.
Yeah, it's an unfunded event which you have to put onto a city card.
Yeah.
So I think it's you delete the infection card for a particular city of your choice, and then you have to destroy the card the unfunded event is on.
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah, but I mean that's how it reads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just like don't have
Where's that nuclear option?
a
Have you
player
shoved
card.
it on?
It's
you got it in
oh,
front of
up
you?
here. No, it's up by the legs.
So it's up here by the thingy.
Oh, did we not shove them into the?
Oh no, we will do, but
I
we
put the
haven't done
character
it
things
yet.
in there, but I just forgot to put those ones in.
Oh, this is a one-time event.
Yeah. So we can only get one nuke.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is the same as an unfunded event.
I think it is pretty much, yeah, because we attach
Yeah,
them
so-
to LC2 a card.
Yeah. So the way it reads, you get to destroy any city of your choice, and
Paris.
then you have to destroy the card it's on.
No, I never said Italy. Yeah. I mean, I just want it because it's a fucking nuke. Like, I don't think it'll be that useful for us until later in the game. So I'm fine for like putting it off for a more sensible upgrade that might help us immediately. Like when we're at the
I
point
guess
where
the
it's like,
idea is if we get it now, we always have it available if we really need a save. Like if we can nuke a city instead of it outbreaking to multiple places and
Yeah.
chaining.
yeah,
See,
exactly.
The way I read that is destroy this card is in destroy the nuclear option.
Yeah, but we have to attach like the nuclear option to a card, I believe.
Yeah. So
Because
unless
if
we
it's an unfunded
attach
event-
it to the card we are going to nuke.
But we won't always know
Right,
that
right.
because we have to like
Mm.
pick the upgrade before the game starts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like impossible for us to know.
I mean, occasionally it might happen to sync up in like
I mean-
a handful of games.
We could just slap it on a black card and then not worry about it because we're pretty much guaranteed to cure black with 0 trouble. So losing
Yeah.
a black card from our player cards won't matter that much.
Yeah.
It's annoying that like it removes it from the infection discard pile because it's
Yeah.
it would be nice if it was like a blank came up in the chamber, like if it was just like this would get infected but you nuked it, well done, so nothing happened. Sadly it's still just churning through.
Wait, so
So I
we
think
don't.
you're right, you're supposed to use it as like this place is about to outbreak into loads of places.
Yeah, I
Nuke
mean,
it.
it is literally the nuclear option.
Mhm.
It stands by its name. It makes the game slightly harder for you because you end up going down a card and keeping like one that's not useful. Because you'll keep like the player card for the city that got nuked, and it will just be a crushing reminder of what was lost.
Anyone knew what kind of world destruction board game is
But
this?
it can never get like infected anymore, so it'll never
Yeah,
outbreak.
it's a bit of a shame. I mean, we might get more than one. We might get another nuke potentially at another point,
And then
which would be even more interesting.
I mean, we can still use that.
Oh, that
that
almost went
city's
down the wrong
cards
way
for
then.
cures
My
unless
voice
it's
went
yellow,
all
in which case
croaky.
it's almost useless. And we just make an equipment out of it, I guess. But I don't think it's awful to get the nuclear option. It's very much a preparing later thing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, since I have the generalist out, let's see. What do we have in the way of character upgrades?
Basically, if we finish this campaign and we haven't nuked a city, I'll consider it a failure.
Wow.
well, we've got 4 months to do it. 4 more games at least.
Suddenly playing your namesake, James.
Later.
Yeah. It
We haven't
kind of
nuked
sounds.
anyone.
What was that line from the terrible Netflix version?
Oh,
Kira.
You
It
have to nuke at
kind
least
of
one
sounds like
city.
killer in Japanese.
it's kind of also sort of means killer in Japanese. So they'll probably think I'm in Japan for no reason.
Oh, it's so much worse. It was great fun to laugh at.
Yeah.
So if we go with the generalist, I mean, we don't need formidable because that's useless to us right now. I mean,
Oh.
we have some things that make it easier. We have pilot to make flying around a bit easier for the generalist. Determined to make it a bit tougher, but it's already now got scars. And then chopper pilot to move around a bit easier. But none of those are particularly amazing for generalist.
What about getting a pilot and putting it on me?
I mean, it's decent for you, but
That way it'd be really good for trading. For sharing knowledge. Like I could I could show the card I have,
to fly someone
there,
to that place.
and then zip someone to me and then share the knowledge all on my turn. From anywhere to anywhere.
It's not awful. I guess it depends.
Really strong.
Let's see what our options are again, because I always forget exactly
I mean,
what we can
I could
upgrade.
be really greedy here and say, give me the one that gives you extra scar.
Oh, are you already maxed out?
Because I'm on, because I'm on 2.
I mean, that's not awful either. Just making sure that we don't lose the medic, because we kind of
Oh god, yeah, he's a
relied on that.
godsend. Yeah.
Because if something happened like with me, where I was stuck in a faded city with a faded marker on it and couldn't get out, and then Atsu wasn't there to just throw grenades at the problem, then that would be the end of our medic.
Yeah.
I mean, he has been a godsend this entire campaign, had a medic on, so...
The other option, we could also add 3 equipment stickers to any cities that we want.
Thing is...
We don't have to do mutations, so it's character upgrades or unfunded events. That's our choices.
I've kind of been feeling like the medic's been getting less and less useful, like as more stuff's becoming coda, and like now that red is easy to cure for everyone. Doesn't seem that strong?
I mean, he's been doing a lot of the work.
Yeah,
He's just
general
like keeping
cleanup.
us going. He's basically just maintaining what's left of blue and then black and red mostly by himself. While me and Atsu tend to take care of the faded.
It's useful. It's useful being able to completely cure 2 cities in one turn rather than just a little bit of 2 cities.
I mean, because it basically, instead of like putting it off for 1 round, it resets the timer, so it's near impossible for it to go again, and that's still pretty useful.
Yeah.
Because like the general gist of how these games go is me and Atsu are in charge of quarantining stuff. You are in charge of moving us around to where we need to be, and then Tom is in charge of cleaning everything else up.
In between all of us, like just like sharing amongst ourselves, like who's going to do what cures.
Yeah, obviously we like adjust a little bit, but that's like being the general game plan is me and you like quarantine the faded. James does logistics, and then Tom handles everything else.
Weird.
I think the medic still is fairly useful, but I'm also pretty happy to just randomly pick roles every time.
I mean, I think it's a given that, especially, I'm not going anywhere near the yellows as well, so I'm not putting myself in danger with the faded because I'm more just cleaning up the black and the blue and possibly the red.
Yeah, it's just in case something outbreaks on you when you're in there, which we're keeping actually quite careful of as well, aren't we?
Well, I don't think you're even... Because like, the only risk is if you're like... why would you be moving on to a thing with cubes on it, right? Like either you cure it or you cure it like long distance. There's like very little that would
Like you're never ending your turn on a city that has like more than like 2 cubes
Also
or 3
true.
cubes on it.
But yeah, I think you need one. I mean, you're as a player who's pretty much always in this game, it'd be a good thing to put a character upgrade on you. And considering we already have your distance character upgrade like investment, maybe we should hedge our bets and give you an extra life, you know. So there's an argument
Yeah,
for
it's kind of like a in case of the worst case scenario.
it.
I mean, it's up to you guys. I mean, I can play just as I am and keep things relatively safe. Then you guys can do the quarantining.
Yeah. And
'Cause
plus,
the-
the next thing of like the cleanup after is also pretty useful. Just whenever we've done a cure, he can just walk around or get served around and just clean everything up. It's still good.
So the alternative is to put the pilot onto me, so I can do that thing I mentioned where
Yeah.
I can show the card to direct flight there, then drag someone else and then share, or like any kind of thing like that.
Well, I mean, now we have paramilitary escort. Is that going to change the game plan? Do you want the researcher and scientist in? Do you want the soldier and someone else in?
Are you gonna pick or go random?
I'll adjust on the fly. I'll decide how I feel.
Because pilot would be, I mean, that's just like one example of how it would have helped us this game. But also, like, I can just show my card and fly other people, right?
Yeah, because that's a movement you can do, and you have to pay the cards when you move someone by direct flight.
That seems strong. That's my vote.
Decent. It kind of goes against the. Well, I guess it's a May, but it goes against your rivalry because that kind of allows instant moving a card to the researcher.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a May though. So in the games where the researcher isn't around, we get a good functionality, and then we can still do the thing that won us the last game that I wasn't here for.
It was fun.
Or you using my hand as your hand.
And you were using my hand as your hand.
Not so much. Oh yeah, because we're both rivals, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I discard a card because it was the hazmat suit, and I was on a faded space.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go, oh, I want that. Oh, this card you want. And I go, oh, really? Oh, discard these cards to pick up that one.
Wow.
And it kept on telling deeper and deeper.
Yeah. What do you two think we should use for our last upgrade?
It's pretty much a toss-up.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pick any one of them, and they'll all be beneficial in their own way. I don't think there's really any one.
Yeah,
stand
I think it
out.
goes down to: do we want to play defensive or aggressive?
Aggressive. Play defensive, he gets swamped.
I'd probably agree with that. I think.
Yeah.
Okay then. Well, the aggressive option's the pilot.
All right.
And risking losing the medic. To be fair, I mean, if we do lose the medic, it's not going to be the end of everything. It would just make things a bit harder.
Yeah.
As well as giving him the extra life, there is also the upgrade that says he does not gain a scar. Oh, hang on, which one is it?
Grizzled, yeah.
Yeah, that's another option.
In city when it outbreaks, so that's also that for
I mean,
an
that
upgrade
would
for
probably
him.
that'll probably get more mileage out of it because, like he says, he's not even going near the faded most of the time.
Yeah.
But I think he's even less likely to be in outbreaking cities, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's the only other place he's currently going to get a scar.
Yeah. You know, like in a pinch, he might need to go into, say, a thing and quarantine it or something, but that's the only, that he might
So
need to
in a pinch, so. Yeah. All right.
get situation. Right, so I put the pilot on me.
Ooh, excuse me.
This seemed to be an agreement.
Yeah. Okay, then.
Okay, good job, guys.
Right, save.
Right, I'm gonna dash.
August.
I have stuff to do, so I'll see you guys next week.
It's all saved. All right, we'll see you next week.
Right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yep, see you guys. And just like that, we are done. Whew, that was strong performance. Very, very strong. Did very, very well, I think, in that last game. With a little bit of luck, actually. We got quite lucky at the start with the epidemic coming very, very late. We can only nuke one. For now, B. For now. Ooh. Do you know, I kind of want to keep the stream on. I really want to get back onto some power wash.